But outside of that, we got some pretty good news in the Star Wars universe. I think to most people, it's probably good news. So that's pretty exciting to get into, and then finally kind of putting a pin in Andor for a little bit. It should be fun.
Yep, finally. I think since John brings it right up, let's just go ahead and let's start off with it. Let me pull the article up here. Uh, while we were gone over Thanksgiving, Star Wars veteran, our boy Dave Filoni was named Chief Creative Officer at Lucasfilm, the Filonius, Johnny Filonius. He is in charge of everything now. Let's see. It'll bring director, producer, writer closer to the inception point of future Star Wars shows and movies. So he has a hand in everything now. So initial thoughts, fellas. Give me your initial thoughts on this. Good, bad, ugly. What do you think?
John, I'll let you start, brother.
You know, overall, it's something I like. I think he's one of few people in the actual like bureaucracy of Disney Star Wars with his finger on the pulse of both the kind of the core fan base as well as like the actual story / like universe and all these characters. Like I think both is talented in his storytelling and like his ability to conceptualize those things, but you mix that with, I think, really expansive knowledge of what these specific characters are and how like the universe sort of operates in the way it lives and breathes. So I think it's a move in the right direction in that department, because it seems like a lot of the decision makers to this point have been pretty out of touch with like what people actually want and what kind of the core tenets of this franchise are. You know what I mean? So I think at the very least he'll have that. Like his shows have been good. We've aired out all of our everything we didn't like about Ahsoka season 1. And obviously had a big part in Mando, and which has its ups and downs for sure. So I don't expect like perfection or in everything coming out of it, but I think it's better than it was. Was it technically Kathleen Kennedy who held this position, or is this like a new position within the organization? Because I think to this
careful
point,
saying that name, by the way.
Right. I think
Knock on wood.
I think the decisions he'll now be making ultimately were hers before this.
It says right here, Filoni will work closely with Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy and Head of Development Carrie Beck. Put him into narrative development for Star Wars shows and movies earlier in a more expansive capacity. I assume.
Yeah, it seems like a role that like wasn't there.
Yeah, very akin
and now they're just
to
giving
Kevin Feige, don't we think? Don't we a little like kind of Kevin Feige-esque?
Probably, yeah.
It definitely doesn't seem like it existed.
I mean, that's the blueprint, so probably that's probably where they're getting their inspiration.
Yeah, you got to be doing a good job. You got to be doing a good job if you're getting a position that didn't previously exist. So it's good for Dave, and it also, in my opinion, addresses the bigger issue, which you guys both follow me on Twitter. Use my plug. But those of you who follow me on Twitter have already seen my snarky remark to Bob Iger stating that Disney is going to focus, wait for it, folks, quality over quantity. A bold strategy, if I do say so myself, gentlemen. But so
dumb.
Good for Dave because he earned it, and it's a smart decision in my opinion. However, good for Disney, at least, I guess, for realizing that they've got it wrong and that you do need that Kevin Feige. You need that point man.
Mhm.
It doesn't work to have all of these random ideas thrown together when you are trying to build an expanded lore and get people excited about your larger films again, and not just have people talk to you on a podcast about how their favorite Star Wars show was out a year ago. Like we're gonna do today, right?
Mhm.
It would be let's get high. They want us to be hyped about the new things that come out, and so I guess a little bonus opinion you guys didn't ask for. Although I love the simplicity of this is why Bob Iger makes the big bucks. That's why no one else can do that job. Apparently,
Yeah.
he wants to retire. They
Had to
won't let
come
him
back.
retire. Yeah, he's got to come back just to tell them less is more. Is one of the first three things I think you learn in creative writing class in community college. But hey, that's all right. It's a good approach. So, you forgive the added spiciness that always comes from me. I'm an angry bald guy. It comes with the territory. But
He's not mad at all.
overall, I'm happy. I'm happy for Dave, and he's earned the shot. But what do you think, James?
I agree with it all. I think once he got involved with the Mandalorian and then directed episodes of Ahsoka, like he's Lucasfilm's right hand handpicked man. Learn from him. Once he got it under his belt that he could do live action and prove that, because up until that point it was Clone Wars, Rebels. Once he showed live action chops that he could do it, like I'm all on board. I think we've probably all said it on the show at some point that we thought he should be in the top dog.
Yes, yeah, agreed.
Some point I think we said
I've
that.
probably
Or something like
suggested
that, yeah.
this
Or similar,
something
yeah.
like this exact position, probably, if it wasn't Kathleen Kennedy's very job, if it wasn't just like have him do that job.
I think the majority of us think Kathleen Kennedy should just go by.
I do think that's what Star Wars fans. I don't think agree on a lot, or not everything. Certainly, that I believe is something we do.
That is something I think
Seems pretty universal, yeah.
Yep. I think that's very universally agreed upon. So all in agreement. Feige is the man. If anybody's gonna, or not Feige, if anybody's gonna do it, Filoni's gonna do it. He's the guy. So I think we're all pretty happy with that decision.